Rage Whale. Making waves over movies.
Yes. We're back with episode 20. This is Rage Whale with Kev, James, and Drew. Thank you for coming back. Anyway, that was enough.
No, that was lovely because that was like Jimmy Fallon or like Jimmy Kimmel. It was great.
Yeah, I was just having a little rum, but now I've got
Kev,
my...
you're gone, by the way, from the screen. Mine just says media board.
Huh?
My screen just says media board now.
No, but remember, everything will be fine in the wash.
Can you not see me at all?
Nope.
Oh, God.
I can see you, dude.
You're a tiny little thing in the corner, and then it says a massive media board thing.
Well, why don't you quickly come off and come back in again, then? Maybe it'll
It's
refresh
just so
the video.
famous for doing
And
it.
then-
Maybe I just don't need to see you, whatever.
Okay. Right.
He's so famous. Come back on as Clark Kent or
You know,
Superman.
I've had this like almost every other episode in the last couple of weeks. I went to Vault City Direct and got a bag of these, and I was going to do another ASMR because it was so satisfying listening to that.
Ooh.
Oh, it's nice. Do you know what else I got? I got a special, because I don't have any beer glasses in my house, so I got a special Vault City one. So I don't think that's loud enough for you to hear.
Oh,
'cause
that
it's a full
sounded
pint.
great.
But-
We can add sound effects, though. We can add sound effects.
Glug, 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 glug.
Glug, 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 glug.
And I had to Google what it was. So ASMR is Autonomous Sensory Meridian Response, which is a tingling sensation that usually begins on the scalp and moves down the back of the neck and upper spine.
May
A
there
bit
is
like when
some...
Jews to meet them priests.
Yeah. Back
Easy.
in episode 19.
Easy. There are some people making an awful lot of money on YouTube where just by like rubbing the microphone against their beard hairs or whispering,
Or putting their hands in slime and squidging it. That's
Yeah.
it.
making really weird things and be like, it's so nice to have you here. And just saying really creepy, weird things that people are getting off on.
It says
So what we're
it's let me I'll just explain this next sentence. It's a subjective experience of low-grade euphoria characterized by a combination of positive feelings and a distinct static-like tingling sensation on the skin.
Wow.
Sounds
And
like
you're
a
giving
night out
it
in
for free on
Andover.
this episode. It's nice. It's nice.
And I just cough all over it. Cool. So should we go into what we were teasing on the last episode? Unless anyone wants anything to talk about before we go into the
teasing on the
questions.
questions.
questions, yeah. Question around this.
Did you have anything, Drew? Or
No, I'm ready to rock with the old questions.
just having a sour iron brew? Every time I have it, it's lovely, but the first sip's always so fucking strong.
Does it taste like a refresher bar mixed with alcohol?
I'm leaving and coming back because you two are so small on my screen because it kept stupid video.
Unbelievable.
We've just turned into the Oompa Loompas.
Right, so you know what you're talking about where James disappears every episode. I've realised that it's not always every episode, but it's every time we do a record, one of the episodes that happens.
Numpties.
There we go. Can you see us now?
I got some
Fortunately.
really funny screen grabs to share with you guys. Actually,
Does it look anything like that?
yeah.
Hold it up a bit. Up.
Yeah, it does. It does.
Oh,
There's
he's
another
gone
one
now.
for you.
He's gone now. It's back to the three of us. So we're all good.
Just the three of us.
Okay.
Ever since I showed you this, you've just been jealous with envy.
Three of us.
Fredo. Oh, there's a bit of echo here. If I speak into
What a
the
shame.
glass, it's almost like if Bane had a lozenge.
In this episode, Kevin gets experimental with his voice.
Yeah. So episode 20. That's a seminal moment. That's quite a lot of episodes.
It is.
Nice.
We're nearly legal in America.
That's 10 weeks we've done this,
Yeah.
which
Long
is
10 weeks.
more than 2 months. Fuck. But we've only been live A month, less than a month, 3 weeks.
It's a long time we're not going to get back to, isn't it?
We did have like a month's rehearsal though, guys. Do you think? Do you remember?
Oh no, we
Don't
didn't.
tell him.
We recorded 2 that never worked.
Well, we're all learning English, you know, and how to
Isn't
speak.
it weird? Our very first episode that we recorded was actually quite good. That was the one we're talking about poor things. It was actually quite coherent.
Let's not
However,
call anyone good. Let's just say we're slowly improving. Good is a generous adjective.
It was better than the actual episode 1 we released, which was garbled nonsense. But
I mean, it was
Oh,
better
you mean
than
the one we didn't
self-harm.
record?
But
you
yeah,
mean the one you forgot
yeah,
to
the
press
one we did
record?
record. It recorded me, but you guys came on as producers rather than guests. So you were background. You were meant to be editing what I was saying, and you did
blame
that.
us.
Nice.
So
Nice. We were just
I clicked the
background
wrong
artists.
button.
That would have
Yeah.
been funny though if you released it and went, guys, welcome to Rage Whale. There will be 2 more people joining me in the next episode.
It's just me
There's
silent
just
for
no one.
30 seconds at a time because that's when you guys are meant to be speaking. Okay, so this is a shout out to people listening because not everyone does this, and I know it's a ball ache and people can't be arsed doing it half the time, but I think it's really good fun. Like, if any of you out there want to send us a question, comment, message on Instagram, TikTok, or
Yes.
send an email. You've got the email, it's ragewell@yahoo.com, but just message on us on socials, it's fine. Any question. Doesn't have to be about film, it can be about anything, like where does James get his groovy vests from? You know,
Not telling them.
I love that. I love that.
There's the answer.
anything along those lines. Where do I recognize Drew from? What Cheshire-based sitcom program was he in? I don't know. Was it Hollyoaks? Quite possibly. Anyway, so we've got a question.
How long were you in Hollyoaks?
I think it was 2 episodes.
I remember seeing you in it.
Yeah.
And I remember turning off the TV.
Oh, cheers. Thanks. I was
Sick
I
of that
was-
guy.
I was people were like, yeah, if I want to see him, I could just give him a call and meet up. I don't need to see him on TV. No, I played an undercover police officer. And do you remember Ricky Whittle? Like the really handsome dude who's pretty much like the main character that was in it for ages until actually, holy shit, man, he went off to America, guys, and he worked with who's the guy in John Wick, the older dude, Winston, who's the actor that plays him?
I know who you mean. It is Mountjoy or something.
Lovejoy.
Lovejoy.
Joy.
That's not his name, but he was
Ian
Lovejoy.
McShane. Ian McShane.
Ian McShane. So
Yeah,
he
yeah.
was in. Oh, is it Gods and Beasts or
Yes.
Gods and Omens?
Yes, he was. Had a really big part in that.
Yes,
It's,
mate.
Prime or Netflix thing, yeah.
You're on about American Gods.
American Gods. That was
Yes,
it.
that's
But
it.
The funniest thing, like, he is the coolest cat. Like, when we met on set and we were chatting and we got on really well. Oh yes, he said to me, he's like, "You're supposed to be my best mate," and I was like, "Yeah, that's what it says in the script." And he says, "But you weren't at my wedding and you weren't at my funeral, and this is an episode that's out of sync." And I was like, "That's a really good point." But
Yeah, but if you never noticed that when you watch a TV show like EastEnders, like a character will die, but none of their family that maybe left the show to go elsewhere are ever at the funeral
yeah,
or
It's-
the
it's
wedding
so-
or whatever.
it's so mad. Yeah, it's like the
Nonsense,
writers
isn't
thought this doesn't deserve a funeral episode, and we're not going to bring people in or whatever. But then the other day, I remember when I was in Doctors, and then they said, I think it was like a few months later, they would cast me for Doctors, and I remember saying, like, I'm sure I can't be in it because of continuity, because I was already in it before. And they went, no one really cares. Like, as in, no one's really paying attention. It's the most.
There's twice.
No, I'm not. But I was like,
What are you on
I
about?
played a really strange character in one episode, and then, but yeah, it was just really funny when they said, "Oh, well, you've got an audition to be in Doctors again," and I was like, "But that's so surreal." That's like when James Bond just switches over randomly, and it's a completely different James Bond, but yet we're all just supposed to pretend it's the same person, like Doctor Who.
Are you likening your cameo on Doctors to James Bond?
Yeah, because that's the closest thing I'll ever get to being James Bond.
Smashing. Absolutely
Smashing.
smashing.
Sorry to interrupt the show. Just a little reminder to say, check out our social media handles. and follow us on Instagram and TikTok if you're not already. If you enjoy this podcast, why not share it with friends? And better yet, rate the show. Thanks for your time. Now, let's get back to the mayhem.
Absolutely
Smashing.
smashing. Right, so there's 2 questions, and I think we've got plenty to chat about on both of these. So
Ooh.
question 1 from Kate Atherton, who is in Switzerland, I think
Ooh.
Zurich to be specific. Her first question is, hey guys, what... She didn't say that. She did not say hey guys.
Hey guys.
It's what's your top 5 movies with a twist? And I've got a feeling I backed her into a corner to like give me a normal question because she asked such weird shit. So top
That's
5
really hard
movies with a
'cause-
twist. I don't know if you want to do you 5, me 5, or one each. Go around.
I think
5.
let's go one each and keep going around because that
I think
feels a
that's
bit
better.
fairer, less boring, but also I'm worried that we're all going to have the same one and then we can change it out.
But if we double up, that proves that that's probably the best.
Okay, fair enough then, man. I might change my 5 then.
But I think James should go first. I think I know one he's got because he's already told us it's the best film ever.
Yeah, I thought that.
You
as
hear
well.
me still? Because I've taken my earbuds out.
Yeah, I hear you fine.
Okay, in my opinion, the best film of all time also has the greatest plot twist of all time, and it is The Usual Suspects.
Boom. 100%. I knew you were going to say that.
I think when I saw it, it was the first time I'd seen a film that had a major plot twist, and also the cast, the whole story behind the police lineup. You know, when Benicio del Toro is making them all laugh, and they're all just giggling the whole time.
Yeah.
It's because they couldn't do it straight faced. And then you had one of the Baldwin brothers doing it, Gabriel Byrne, Kevin Spacey. What Baldwin was it? Stephen Baldwin.
Stephen Baldwin.
Kevin Spacey, who was playing calm. Then you had Gabriel Byrne that was laughing. And then you had Benicio del Toro doing his stupid accent that they didn't know was coming. He was like, that's how I'm doing it. Or
I
tough.
was just looking at IMDb as well. Did you know that, I don't know, I probably won't pronounce his name properly, but Giancarlo Esposito is in that film as well, playing the character Jack Bear, who is from Breaking Bad. This guy, the bad guy.
Oh, wow.
Is he really?
The El
He's
Polo,
huge now.
the El Polo chicken drug smuggling.
Oh, no. Is he in the scene where they go to the theatre?
I haven't a clue. I can't remember.
Gabriel Byrne's wife's there.
I might have to watch this film again. So I've not seen it in like 15
I wouldn't
years.
mind watching it again.
Yeah,
I
we should
love
all
that
watch it
movie.
again, guys. We should actually do a episode on it. Not like a whole
Like,
episode. Like a
it's
percentage.
so good, it's ridiculous. Because Shawshank's amazing, but there's not really any twists in that film if you think about it.
Well, no,
Not
it's
really.
a big lead up to what we know
One
is going
thing
to
we
happen.
know is going to happen. Whereas
The
this was a
twist
big
is,
film
will
in
it or
the
will it-
90s.
Yeah, will it or won't it happen?
Yeah,
That's
will he
not
get
really a
out or will he
twist.
get busted?
And also the 90s was all about crime thrillers, wasn't it? It was very much a crime decade.
Mm.
And
Yeah.
this was just tip top. Like, I don't
Oh,
know what
shit.
Gabriel Byrne went on to do, but
I just realised I kind of got this wrong, this question, because when I was thinking of some of these, I realised that I was just thinking of films with twists, not like the greatest of all time.
No,
It's
just
not like-
twist. It's just a great twist.
Oh,
could be a
okay,
sh-
cool.
You can
Yeah.
interpret it any way you want. You can pick
Okay,
a
that's
shit.
cool.
You can pick a shit film that's got the
It's
best
got an
twist.
amazing
and
twist.
at the
All right,
end.
brilliant.
it just so happens that my favourite film of all time has arguably the best twist of all time.
Yeah, and Gabriel Byrne,
Okay.
like you said, is in loads of films. Remember End of Days with Schwarzenegger?
And we won't say the twist in, just in case some people, because some younger people may not have watched Usual Suspects.
Oh yeah, let's not tell them what the twist is.
Yeah, let's not spoil stuff. Yeah.
Although everything we're talking about is historic, it's like at what point is there no spoilers? If it's 50,
Yeah,
if
but
it-
he could. But James could just move on. He doesn't have to. He can go on to his next film.
But Usual
Or-
Suspects is quite an obscure film. A lot of people just hasn't seen.
oh,
But
and
we've also given away the spoilers in another episode because we talk about
probably, yeah. But let's try and
how
reduce
somebody-
those a little bit. But
how
like,
somebody walks or runs or limps.
yeah, I mean,
Now he gives it away. I was just saying,
Yeah, no, I
don't
just
give it
said I
away.
could have just been saying like Limp Biscuit. Like I didn't say the name. I could have just
No.
been like Limp
Yeah.
and Biscuit. That's two completely
Such a
random
ruiner.
things.
James, though, other films Gabriel Byrne was in, apart from End of Days or Schwarzenegger, he was in Stigmata, if you remember that. Very similar to End of Days, actually.
Yeah.
He's in Hereditary as well.
And Hereditary, yeah. He's in loads of other films, but nothing I can think of that was incredible. He's a very good actor, but he's
Go on then, Kev, you'll go.
of old ones. All right, okay.
Oh, hang on. He's in a brilliant one, actually. Wait.
All right, I'll go for one. And to be frank, and sorry, Kate, but I was rushing from work. I had tons of shit to do, and I didn't get time to look at it in depth. But one came to my mind straight away. And if you read the book, it's probably one that you're very familiar with, and it probably wasn't a big surprise. But I'd never read the book. But Gone Girl, I thought was incredible,
yeah.
from 2014, and I think I've seen it in a couple of things prior to that, but that's where Rosamund Pike, for me, just exploded. I thought she was unbelievable in that role, even though she's not in it very much. Like, she's probably in half an hour of a 2.5-hour film, but the end sequence where it's the twist, and it's not the twist in the last 2 minutes, the last half an hour is a full twist. And I kind of want to tell you what it is, but I don't want to spoil it if you haven't seen it. It's genuinely a quality film. It's not a crap film with a good twist.
Is Gone Girl the one where the girl goes out jogging
What?
under
That
the
happens in
bridge?
loads of films.
Yeah.
You
Yeah,
know what I mean? There's a train scene where the train's going by.
yeah, and there's a train where someone spots someone doing something, and it's got
Yeah.
Ben Affleck in it. And it was one of the first films I'd seen in a while where Ben Affleck was doing a proper acting role as opposed to just some generic guy.
He is brilliant in that. Yeah.
I-
It's
Go on, Drew, your turn.
David Lynch. Not David Lynch, it's David Fincher.
Yeah, Dave.
Your turn, Drew.
Not yet. And it also introduces, I think this could be her first film, Emily Ratajkowski, the model. She pops up.
She was in Baywatch.
No, she wasn't.
Really?
No.
Oh, no, she wasn't. But wait, really?
Wait, is she the cop?
No, she's just the girl that Ben Affleck gets with while he's mourning her or something. Because basically, Rosamund Pike's character, I can't tell you. There's too many spoilers in that film. I can't tell you. It's just, if you haven't seen Gone Girl, watch it. It's incredible. It's got an 8.1 rating on IMDb.
Yeah, but mate, the script is amazing, and it's based on a book by a very, really popular writer now. I can't remember her name.
No, it's a very big book. Like, loads of people knew about it beforehand.
Yeah,
but
but they were well excited for the book to be turned into an actual live
But
action.
I was thinking of Kelly Rohrbach, sorry.
yeah,
No, that's not the right
I know
one.
what you're on about. But
Oh, okay.
But Rosamund Pike, she's just gone from strength to strength. She was in Die Another Day.
Yeah, I was
And
about
Jack
to say that.
Reacher.
Yeah.
Remember
Jack
Jack Reacher?
Reacher. But most notably, recently, she's been in a few great stuff recently. Not even a big part. But she was in a film called Radioactive of Marie Curie, playing Marie Curie, which was really good. I think that was on Apple.
Yeah, Saltburn.
Saltburn. She was in a film called I Care a Lot, which was not well received, but I'd suggest what is out in 2020. And she basically is a horrible person. She comes across as a nice person, and she befriends elderly people in elderly homes and gets put into the will and then kills them off.
No, Shipman style.
Yeah. It's pretty horrible. She's really disgustingly horrible in that. But in Saltburn, she's fantastic.
I was going to say,
Anyway, that's mine.
Actually, I just realized though, like, this is quite an interesting question because it's talking about amazing twists that we can't actually explain. Potentially.
Yeah, it's good though because it makes people want to watch the film. That's the point.
True.
Right.
Okay.
Because some twists I would say are frustrating as well. Because some you watch it and you go, "This is a great film." Then it twists and it fucks it up as well, and you go, "Oh," like M. Night Shyamalan. A load of his films are like, "Oh, this is cool." I bet
What's that stupid one in the forest where it turns out it's just people dressed up?
The Village. And it's
Dumb.
just
Guys,
like,
you spoil it now.
there's a
I haven't
twist.
seen that. I haven't seen that one. You spoil it now.
It was rubbish, so
No, you
it's fine.
spoil it
He
now.
hasn't spoiled
Got
anything.
Joaquin Phoenix and Mel Gibson, and you spoil it now.
He hasn't spoiled anything. Trust me. Like, you watch a film and it ends. And
Well,
you're
I'm thinking the Signs.
Yeah.
like, Signs is amazing. That's a great.
Is
film.
that a J. Shyamalan?
Stop
Night.
saying J.
Night.
J.J. Abrams, M. Night Shyamalan.
M. Night Shyamalan.
Yes.
He
It
did
is,
the Signs.
yes,
Signs?
Go on, in, Drew.
Not
What's
the
your twist?
just before we go on the twist real quick, because I just want to remember this.
God, here we go. If you start doing Bane impressions again.
No, no. Fuck's sake, no. Going back to Gabriel Byrne, you're talking about amazing films.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And also Laura Linney. If you ever get a chance to see this film is mind-blowing. Jindabyne.
Could you say what it is? Because that's really hard to see.
Jindabyne.
What?
Gender binary.
Try and say that after J. M. Night Shyamalan. Jindabyne.
Okay.
I'm trying to look
Let
for
me just
them.
quickly-
I can't
So I was
find
So
them.
back on subject, what's your
Let me just read
what's
you the
your
story
thing?
real quick. After
Oh,
4
gosh.
men on a fishing trip discover a dead body in the water, they choose to delay reporting it and continue fishing. That doesn't sound good. It's much better than that. That sounds terrible.
Are you talking about ginger bines or
Yeah.
Stop-
Jindabyne, yeah.
Is that,
Not
is
my
that your
favourite
twist,
film.
or are you just deviating like a weirdo?
No, I'm just saying that I thought it was going to have a much better...
I'm going to
Like,
throw out that the last couple of episodes, your selling of movies is not great.
I mean,
Well, thanks.
James, yours isn't
That's
great either.
terrible,
You
though,
go,
because-
James goes, "Oh, I watched this film. It was all right."
Yeah,
Yeah, but I'm not going to lie to people. I'm not going to say it's great if it's
yeah,
not.
but
Laura Linney, apart from
she's amazing.
yeah, she is. But apart from
Are you thinking of the TV series? That latest one?
no, she was in a film I watched recently called Sun Coast, and it's on Apple,
No.
or somewhere else. And it's
Oh,
got
Woody
Woody
Harrelson
Harrelson
as
in
well.
it, and it's brilliant.
Oh my god, and that's
And she,
what's her name?
Nico
Thingy's daughter.
Parker. Nico
Yeah,
Parker.
but that's Thingy's daughter from Crash.
Cool. I have no idea who you mean.
Oh man, she's also in
Could you
Westworld.
please tell us your first
Yeah,
thing?
Thania Newton. That's Thania Newton's daughter.
cool.
She was in Mission Impossible.
Okay, so my first one, this is quite out there, but this twist blew me away, and I've actually got a kind
I know
of
what it is
little...
already. Can I guess?
Go on.
Babe, Pig in the Sea.
I sometimes wonder what goes on up there, man. I,
I
swear to
know.
God.
James, don't worry. I've got this.
Babe,
Is it-
Gone in the City.
Is it
What's the
Emmanuel?
twist? The fact that it's a pig that can talk.
Is it Emmanuel in space?
Of course, it's space.
Gotta be. I don't even know if
Emmanuel
that's a
in space.
joke or that's a real film still, James.
Google it. Go on,
Emmanuel
Drew,
in
what's your
Space
thing?
is a naughty film, I believe. It just sounds naughty.
I'm happy chatting and taking a while with this question, but we'd really take
No,
it.
guys, I'm getting to
We're
my...
11 minutes in. We've got 2 points covered.
Yeah, but that's because you keep interrupting me
It's
by
not.
guessing.
It's not. You're just blaming us.
Yeah, but if people watch this back, you're speaking before me. My
James,
film...
James,
It's
there's no
Saw.
Emmanuel in space, but there is. Oh no, it's Emmanuela First Contact, but one of the other posters is Emmanuel in space. It's a real film.
And the
Did
twist
you know
is
that?
people can have sex in space.
Did you know that was a
Well,
real
Channel
film?
5 special back in the day.
Brilliant. Brilliant. This is why I'm saying you're interrupting my
What?
moment.
Kev, stop interrupting Drew.
This is my moment.
Right, wrap it up and-
Perfect
right.
moment. Leona Lewis.
You got 30 seconds to tell you your
You
first
just
film.
all shat all over my platform right now. Saw.
So
And I have a funny story with Saw. The first horror film, Saw.
Oh, I see. Where it's the killer with him in a room.
Whoa. Yeah, I don't know if we're allowed to.
No spoilers.
I don't know, but maybe we can. But technically, anyway, the last 10 minutes of the film, when that moment that James is talking about, where that dude, who he. Can
It's
I
only 20
explain?
years old.
I think Saw's
I'm gonna
different.
explain. I'm gonna
Saw's a
say spoilers.
mainstream movie. If it's an
Spoilers.
old movie we're talking about that not
Yeah.
many people have
Yeah,
seen,
'cause-
like
Guys, if
Usual
I can't-
Suspects, which not everyone's going to see, but things like Saw,
Should we have a
most people
Should we
have
have a
seen.
cut-off? Like, we can give spoilers if it's pre-2010.
Oh, no, not even that. If it's like a mainstream movie like Saw or Spider-Verse or
Yeah,
something like
man.
that, cut off. But if it's something like Usual Suspects is like,
Yeah,
oh,
they're
it's some
classics. They're
random
classics that people are trying to catch
Yeah.
up with.
Let's not do it.
100%. I'm going in with this because also otherwise it'll fuck up my story. So when I was at drama school and I got a dodgy kind of DVD version of this, and this is the first time I realized that getting knockoff DVDs is not the one, which I never realized. Me and my mate really were excited about Saw. We got a knockoff DVD of it and we're watching it at my place. And 10 minutes before the end, when the dead guy starts getting off the ground when all his brains
Someone
were
get up and
everywhere.
walk out of the cinema.
No, he started getting up off the ground, and then the DVD just cut to black, and I'm like, it just did like a soprano on us, and I'm like, I was looking at my mate, and he's like, what? I wanted to go back to the DVD guy and be like, are you taking a piss? Because it felt like they'd planned it. Like, we're going to sell this DVD to a couple of lads. It's only, like 90% of the film that you're buying. And the best bit is like cut out. So then, I kid you not, I didn't know what was going on until I then eventually bought the actual DVD to watch the last 10 minutes, which was mind-blowing, by the way. But that twist was feckin' phenomenal, and it cost me a fortune.
Cool.
You don't normally get twists in a horror that are that good, do you?
That's what I mean. Like, it was so cleverly planned out, because you just think it's a dead dude the whole time.
Well, unless,
and when you watch one of the other
slashers, most horrors are twists. That's the whole point of horrors. But not
when you've
as good as that.
You can
when you've
predict
watched-
a lot, yeah.
Yeah.
when you've watched one of the other ones, you realize that he injects himself to slow his heart rate down, which is so clever. It's in one of the other Saws. And you see how he managed to, pretend to be dead, basically. It's amazing.
Have you
Saw
seen
X.
Spiral?
Yeah, I was going to say Spiral was. I can't remember it, but it was so different. But the new film Saw X, that was good fun. It wasn't.
Oh, with the eye things.
Yeah, it wasn't. It wasn't. It could have been better, and it was predictable in places, but the deaths was pretty good. The eyeball wasn't as good as I thought it would be. I thought it'd be more gross.
The eyeball wasn't as good as I thought it was going to
No,
be.
the poster is like tubes attached to it, like goggles.
Oh,
Yeah.
yeah.
And I thought they were
Yeah,
going to put rats or spiders down it to eat his eyeballs, but it was
But it was marbles.
no, it was like a Hoover, just sucked his eyeball out.
Oh.
Shall I go with my next one then?
So that's a really bad Dyson.
We'll
ad.
Well, this
We'll
one
talk
I'm not
less
going to
on
talk about. I'm not going to talk about this one. I'm just going to say it, and people can just watch it. I'm not going to say anything about it.
Okay.
And that's Lucky Number 11.
Brilliant. Great piece. Great film.
One
Great
of the
piece.
best films that no one's seen.
Yeah.
So I'll just leave that one at that. Go and watch it. Lucky Number 11 with Josh
Brilliant.
Hartnett.
Great choice. Do you want to tell us who's in it?
I'll tell you.
Josh Hartnett.
I'll tell you who else is in it.
And Bruce Willis.
Bruce Willis,
Josh
Lucy
Hartnett.
Liu, Morgan Freeman, Ben
Who was
Kingsley.
the second one you said?
Morgan Freeman, Ben
No,
Kingsley,
the second one you said.
Lucy
Josh
Liu.
Hartnett.
Yeah. Excellent movie.
You got Stanley Tucci in there as well.
It's an insane cast.
Yeah, lots of people. I can't remember it that well, to be honest. Oh, do you know who's in it? The guy from Ant-Man. Who's the guy in Ant-Man who plays
Paul Rudd.
Krug, the floating
Oh.
head?
Oh,
Oh,
no. That's,
Darren Cross is his,
that's not
his
an Ant-Man, though.
name's-
That's the third
his
one.
name's... Oh,
Modoc.
what's his name?
MODOK.
Modoc, yeah.
Yeah, that's Corey Stoll. He's in it as well. All right,
Corey's
cool.
great. Yeah, he was
Yeah,
great.
so that's me gone. I'm not going to say anything about the movie.
Yeah,
Just watch it if you haven't seen
Yeah,
it.
we won't
Kev, you're
waffle
up,
on.
you're
We'll waffle on a little bit less. Okay, my
you're
next one
Let's waffle.
is fuck it, it's a twist. It's not right at the end of the film. It's a little bit early enough that there's like in Saw, it's not the last minute. It's like 10 minutes. You see a bit. Reservoir Dogs, going for a classic.
Ooh, love it.
There's no point telling you exactly what happens, but actually not too dissimilar to Saw,
True.
because you don't know who. It's a thing. It's all the way through. There's a guy. He's someone knows, and it's
No,
the least you expect.
but you do know.
No, you don't.
You do know because of
You
the
do not.
chapters.
No, you don't know until it starts reversing. Once he wakes up, it then tells you why he's there. That's why it's not a twist at the very, very end. It's
No,
like
dude. Yeah, but it's not. That's not a massive.
it is.
That's not a massive twist. Just
all
because
right.
he
Fuck it, we can
explains.
talk about it. This is 1994. You got the guys doing the heist. The one guy that gets shot, gets dragged out, Mr. Orange, and
Yeah.
he's the guy that gets pulled out, and he's there dying, and he's passed out because he's dying, and he's not
Yeah.
faking it. He is really being shot, and he really
Yeah,
is
yeah, yeah.
dying. Other shit happens, crazy things like chopping off earlobes and stuff, whole ears, and then he wakes up, and he is the undercover cop.
Yeah, but in the
You
chapters.
don't know before. You don't know before. I watched it like 2 weeks ago. You do not
Dude,
know.
I love that film. I know it. In the chapters, he's learning lines and he chats to the
Yeah.
guy, and you know
After
that they're
he wakes
cops.
up. After you don't know he's a cop and he's dead. Basically, you
Yeah,
think
but
he's
not.
dead.
Yeah, but that's not the very end of the film.
No,
It's like
that's
like
what I'm
25
saying.
minutes.
That's what I'm
in.
saying.
Twist to twist, somehow when it comes.
Twist doesn't have to be in the last 30 seconds of a film. The twist is half an hour before the end, because you know the scenario, you know everything's happened. What's the bad thing? And then all of a sudden he wakes up and shoots the guy. Then it twists and the whole story turns, and then you start to see why he's done it, and you see
Do you
how
know
he's
what's
built
interesting
up to
about
that.
this? If I'm honest, that my honest opinion of that film is not the fact that we discover he's that. It's we know he's that, and
We
it's
don't
the
until he
members
wakes up.
discovering.
Until
No, it's
he
the
wakes up,
members.
he saves the cop. Like, you're not listening. This is not an opinion. This is not a conversation. I'm
I know
telling
the
you
film.
a fact. We think this guy's dying, and just when Michael Madsen is about to kill the cop after he's chopped his ear off, he's about
Yeah,
to
he shoots him.
execute him.
Yeah. He shoots him.
Mr.
7
Orange
times, yeah.
wakes up and saves his life.
Yeah,
We did
yeah,
not
yeah.
know we thought he was dead for the last half an hour. He wakes up,
Yeah.
shoots Michael Madsen, and then that's the twist.
Okay. I see what you
Then
mean. Sorry.
The next scene is going back to seeing Tim Roth early on practicing pretending to be a bad guy.
Yes.
So
Okay. No, I
that's
agree.
the
I agree.
twist.
I see what you mean. Like I forgot. I see the link to Saw. He's there lying in blood in the
Yeah,
warehouse.
that's
He's
the stalling.
dead.
Yeah, not in the
I
last
saw-
2
I got that.
minutes.
Yeah.
Half an hour before the ending.
That was good. That was good.
Drew's turn.
But in a simple heist film, that was done so originally and so well, because
Do you know?
they didn't have much of a budget, so
Yeah.
it all had to be cleverly done. So
But
We
you know
need
one of the
to
best-
move this a bit quicker because otherwise we're going to get through one question. in an
2
hour.
seconds though.
anyway.
2 seconds, real quick. The
Well,
one
question
thing that was
could
really
run the whole hour is fine.
the
But
one thing that was really clever though about
Yeah.
that, based on budget, is that everything had to be the aftermath of a heist because they didn't have enough money
yeah, I know.
to shoot the actual heist.
Even
and that's
when
actually,
Even when they're in there and the cops pull up
Yeah.
and there's loads of stuff, it's all sound effects.
but that's
outside.
actually what
You don't
makes
see
the film
anything.
even more exciting because it's the aftermath of them running from a heist. It's genius. Anyway, moving on.
Okay.
Drew, your turn.
This is a crazy one. I don't know if you've seen this. This is called The Skin I Live In.
Yeah,
Wait, can I say, is this the one with Scarlett Johansson? She's an alien.
yeah.
No, that's
Oh,
that's
no.
called Deep in Under My Skin. That's
Yeah,
got
but-
skin in
sorry,
it.
yeah.
Antonio Banderas one.
Oh wait,
Yeah.
Antonio Banderas, his daughter gets murdered.
Whoa. Yeah.
Well, and
that
murdered,
the twist?
and he turns
Um,
the bloke into a woman.
He's a plastic
well, yeah,
surgeon.
spoilers. Yeah.
Yeah, I know this. Is it a foreign movie?
Yes, it is.
Yeah, I know.
But it's all the messed up stuff that happens to that woman in inverted commas before they realise.
horrific
that
movie.
It's in the
turned
body
into-
horror genre.
Yeah, it really is the body, and he's a messed up. It's almost like a Frankenstein though, because he's created some obscurity to the boy that he
It's the
met.
skin I live in. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Erotic thriller is classed as.
I mean, yeah, whatever turns you on, really, I guess. But that I saw that in the cinema, and that blew me away.
It turned
I
you
was
on?
very no, not at all. I was very shocked by that film.
Oh, when I went downstairs to grab a drink, I said that to Sadie as well, and she said, I don't know if this is relevant to this conversation. She says, "Love The Descent." You know, The
I
Descent.
haven't seen that. Is that the one where they go into the cave?
Yeah.
I haven't seen that. I don't think.
What? James, you must have seen The Descent.
Has that
What's
got a
this?
twist then?
Descent, yeah, in the cave with the little alien things.
Yeah, no, they're like little monsters that live in the dark and they're accustomed to like no light, but you don't know
By the way,
that
I've
till the
actually
very
got
end.
3 more because I did the 5. So I've got 3 more.
Yeah.
Got
We've
my
all
next
got
one.
3. We've all got 3 more.
Right?
Do you want my next one?
No,
Yeah, do it, man.
where are we at?
And this is a
YouTube.
curveball, and this is a comedy twist.
Yeah,
Oh,
So a comedy movie with a twist.
well, he just had bubbles come out of his mouth.
One of the best twists ever.
The Hangover.
Nope. There's no twist in that.
Yeah, there is. There's a massive
He's
twist.
on the roof. That's not like an amazing
Spoiler,
twist, though, is it?
spoiler, man. Spoiler.
Ace Ventura, Pet Detective. When you find
Oh.
out Louis Einhorn is Ray
He's a man.
Finkel.
Einhorn is a man. Einhorn
That is
everyone's
brilliant.
throwing up,
A great
Yeah.
twist in a movie that no one ever saw coming.
and even the
Is that my gun?
even the dolphins.
know,
He's in the
that's
shower,
fun.
just like without music. Just
Is that your gun jamming into my hips? Whatever it was.
And at the very end, everyone's thrown up. Even the dolphins, like man,
I love that film, man. That film
we
is so
found
good.
Captain Winky.
That is one of my favourite films. Yeah, and she's got her legs
Isn't that a
crossed, and
great
the camera
twist
goes
though, in
behind,
a comedy film?
and there's loads of junk between her legs.
So good, that film.
If you don't know what we're talking about, that sounds really disgusting. But it's
If you
funny.
haven't seen Ace Ventura, though, I mean, come on.
I know Ace Ventura is like one of
I hope
the
everyone has seen Ace Ventura, because we were saying the other day that
top
he's
tier
a
comedy.
master comedian. Yeah,
That and
brilliant.
Dumb and Dumber, two of the best films comedy wise ever.
So that's my next one gone.
All right, cool. My next one. Oh, I think I might be saying it just to piss James off.
Ooh.
It's a shout out, but it's not one of my choices. I was going to say All of Us Strangers. Because it did, even though there was a twist and there was a bonus twist, I was like, oh.
There was
oh.
a little twist in that. Yeah, I'll give them that.
Yeah, it was better than I thought. I thought when it started happening, it was one of those twists where you're not in shock. It's like you almost want to cry instantly. As soon as you realize what's happened, you go,
Yeah, I'll give
holy
them that.
fuck.
Except I didn't. I was just like, I'm glad you're dead.
Whoa.
But yeah, okay, the film I'm actually going to say is, I'm pretty sure it's a twist. Because I don't think you hear about it. It's insinuated, but then it's a big one. Get Out.
Yeah, actually, yeah. No, I'll give you
It was a
that.
rush decision. I was trying to think of all these films. Like I've probably got better
No,
ones
that's
in
a
my head.
good one. Yeah, 'cause I did not see that coming when I watched it. And she was looking for the keys in the bag.
Yeah, not to that
Oh,
extreme.
yeah.
Not to that
Does she set
extreme.
him up?
You knew something was.
When he finds the pictures.
Yeah,
Yeah,
she
you-
set him up, basically.
Well, no, she hunted him. She hunted a black
Well,
person.
yeah, because
Yeah,
his
very
mate
good.
calls up and says
I
all her
just wish the
boyfriends.
trailer didn't give everything
Yeah.
away.
Yeah,
Yeah.
and I think because they had different ending planned as well. Like it was going to be
Jordan Peele
Arrested
needs to sort out his PR team because his trailers give so much away. They do, don't they? When I watched Get Out, I felt like I watched 90% of the movie from the trailer.
Yeah.
But
But
actually,
yeah, it
saying
was
that,
great.
with
That was
Us,
a great twist. I didn't see it come. When she's rummaging for them keys, I was like,
have you seen Us?
Yeah, I've
Not
seen all
yet,
these
no.
films.
But Us is very clever and has twists. But
but it's your turn now, Drew, so go for it.
the trailer was well. That's not one of mine. But I mean, I might put it down there.
But Get Out is
That's not-
amazing, and Daniel Kaluuya is amazing, and
Yeah, forgot about Get Out.
this Jordan Peele. This is what blew him onto the screen. So I'll leave it there.
Go on, Drew, your turn.
I think it's a French film.
Emmanuel in Space.
Do you want to guess? Yeah. do you guys want to guess?
Ratatouille.
Do you want to guess and talk over me for a bit? Or
Yeah, sure. Every
Um,
time Drew says something, talk over him.
so my film choice.
I like.
It's like you two are learning how to speak. I feel like
Shangri-La
I'm a nursery.
avec
Okay,
moi.
I'm babysitting you two. Is Switchblade Romance?
Who bought? Who what?
Not seen it.
Switchblade
Oh.
Romance.
Guys, it's brilliant. It is absolutely brilliant.
Not seen it.
No, I don't think I know that.
Don't
one.
give anything away then, because we haven't seen it.
Yeah, it's amazing, guys. It's really clever. Like, I bet when you watch it, you're like, "That was a good shout, Drew."
Okay, we'll leave that as a silent one then,
Yeah.
because I want to see it.
The
But can I also
only
say that's a good
context to give
recommendation?
is
for people?
when it says psychological horror / a horror. That's
You guys are gonna love it. And tell
Okay,
Maxwell
well, I've-
King. Tell Maxwell King about that bad boy. Unless I'm sure he's already known it.
I'm sure.
I've got one that's also one I don't want to talk about, because if you haven't seen it, you haven't seen it. It's called Goodbye Mummy. Good Night Mummy, sorry.
Good night, mummy.
That sounds like a horror. That's definitely not a comedy.
No,
Ooh.
it's
Oh,
intense. Good Night Mummy.
wait a minute. That had a different name. I'm sure. I've seen this. I'm sure
It did.
called
It
something
did
else.
have a different name.
Wasn't it just called
Wait, Good
Mother?
Night- No, it's
Yeah,
called
it was.
Omar.
Was it?
Omar.
No, it's just called Mother.
No, but then the Jennifer Lawrence film came out called Mother,
That's it. That's why they
which
changed
was
it.
just weird. Like, I didn't really like that. It was just stupid.
Oh, that was
But
good,
yeah,
but it was
Good Night
insane.
Mummy. Good Night Mummy has a twist.
Mate, that is a grim. That's disgusting. Naomi Watts as well, who's normally does like comedy and light-hearted
It's where the
So-
mother's got all the bandages on her face.
comedy. What? Yeah, Naomi Watts.
She goes home to her two boys. It is something else.
Yeah,
Wow.
you need to zoom in to see it's about her,
Oh
but
gosh.
she's got
Worth
the
it.
two boys. When you think
Very
Good Night
much
Mummy, I
worth
was
a
like,
watch.
What is that?
Yeah, I was trying to Google it, couldn't find it because I'm pretty sure it was called Mother,
It's
and
not
then
the
maybe it got
greatest
changed
title,
because
but
of the other
that
film.
image looks really interesting.
Yeah, there's the mum with the 2 kids.
Actually, that looks a little bit like The Skin I Live In, to be honest.
Actually, it's literally the same poster, basically. But
Yeah.
this is
That's the mum I live in.
that Mother.
Yeah, that's a new name. That's not the name I used to watch it under.
I would
I'm
say
pretty sure it
that's
was
a
called
pretty
Mother.
scary horror, like fucked up.
Yeah.
It's a fucked up.
I won't give anything more on that one.
Yeah. Cool. Who's next? Which ward? Me. Is it me?
Yep.
Okay. A little bit out of the box. The twist is insinuated multiple times, so often that the guy goes, "Oh, well, that twist cannot be happening," and then it does. The Game with Michael Douglas.
Oh, fantastic. Great choice, dude. Very well done.
Yeah, you seen
Very
that?
well.
You seen that one, James?
Brilliant. Sean Penn.
Not sure. Possibly, but not for a long time.
That's another David Fincher, isn't it?
It is David Fincher. Bloody hell, well done, Drew. I didn't know that off the top of my head.
Yeah.
But yeah, Michael Douglas, Sean Penn, and it's like a rich guy who you can't buy any presents for, and it's coming close to his birthday, and he's bored of life, and people plan to kidnap him, torture him, fuck him up, send him on wild goose chases, all these crazy things, and then he keeps thinking, wait a minute, this can't be real. Okay, this is a joke. And then someone really hits him and he's like, oh God, this is real. I'm terrified. And then the twist does happen, which is easily predictable. But I think it could have been, the twist could have happened at any point and we'd all gone, oh, cool. But it's left to the last minute where you think there is no twist. This is just a horror. He is about to die. And then, happy birthday. It's 1997. I can spoil that, but watch the film.
It's just what you want. It's just what you want for your birthday, isn't it?
It's
brilliant, though.
It's so good, so good.
And then with the clown, and then the business card, and it's so eerie.
He genuinely thinks he's about to die, and he's fighting for his life, and it's really intense. It's just it's a fun film though. I've watched it so many times. It shouldn't be rewatchable films with twists, but I've watched that film many times. Your go, Drew. That's 4. Me and James have done 4 each, so you're on 4, yeah.
Well, I was going to say this, but maybe I might just get called out on it because it's too recent. And then I could just change it real quick anyway. But I was going to say the first Omen was amazing. I never saw that coming.
Everyone who's watched The Omen saw it coming.
Oh, really? Okay, yeah, of course. Okay, cool.
It's the same sort of ending, basically.
Okay, in that case,
that's why my review of it was there was easily predictable, but the bad scenes were so good.
See,
that is the
one good thing. That is the one good thing about me not knowing anything about all the other Omens.
Yeah, please do watch the original Omen because I think
I will do. I want to check it out. I want to check it out. Okay, so in that case, my one is What Lies Beneath.
Oh, with
Harrison Ford and Michelle Pfeiffer.
That's a great film. Is that ghosty? I can't remember the ending now.
Yeah, man. Can we reveal the spoiler, or should we keep it?
Say the name of the title again. What
Lies Beneath. There's that amazing scene in the bath where he's trying to drown her.
I've seen that film so many times as well, but I can't remember the ending.
Good. The reason I love it though, here comes the spoiler, mate. Harrison Ford gets to play a villain finally.
But you don't think he's a villain.
No, of course not. That's why I said spoiler.
Yeah.
Because he plays like a really nice, like wealthy, well-to-do in society kind of guy.
Yeah.
That's,
And to be honest, Michelle Pfeiffer in anything, I just love her.
She is so good, man.
From listening to podcasts recently, I remember I mentioned a few episodes ago, I was talking about a podcast I listened to with Louis Theroux, who was interviewing Sharon Stone.
Love Louis Theroux.
I was listening to another podcast today, Fly on the Wall with David Spade. And they talked to Sharon Stone again. And they said she was the 13th. There's a relevant point here. That she was the 13th actress to get the Basic Instinct role. They did not want her. She had to re-interview. she was the last person on the list that they wanted because she wasn't a big name yet. They wanted Michelle Pfeiffer. Michael Douglas wanted Michelle Pfeiffer because they were they knew each other. And Michelle Pfeiffer would not touch it with a barge pole. And they interviewed 13 people. She got interviewed like second or third, and then fifth and sixth, and then 13th. And they're like, right, fine, we'll have her then.
It was such a risky film, though. Like
they couldn't get it made.
Great movie.
They struggled for years to get that made. No one wanted to
I
make
love
it.
that film, though. Like beyond all the kind of risque parts of it.
That film did kill real people, though.
What?
Pardon?
That film's responsible for real people's deaths.
What are you on about?
What do you mean?
Have you never seen Don't Fuck with Cats? The Netflix show.
Yes.
Who was obsessed with the film Basic Instinct to the
What,
point
he's
where he
using-
said he got kidnapped by a guy called Manny off Basic Instinct, was killing people with an ice pick,
Yes. But
all because of Basic Instincts.
that was also, wait a minute, was Madonna in Basic Instinct or was that a different film?
No.
That
Have you
it's
never?
not a film.
Drew, you never seen? It's a documentary on Netflix.
No,
called
I
Don't
know
Fuck
that.
with
I'm
Cats.
saying people blamed, child's play and all this kind of stuff.
No, but this guy directly lived that life. He used characters from that show to explain why he was doing stuff.
Yeah, but you can't blame the film. Otherwise,
No, but I'm saying it's
Yeah,
like that was direct. Like others
Yeah,
was
that's
like,
right.
Street Fighter makes kids fight. It's like no, he was like using the characters' names as people in his real life to
That's
do things.
creepy.
okay,
Well,
so what
the
you're
film was
describing
amazing,
as well,
though.
the ice pick is actually, I think it's this film with Madonna, is Body of Evidence. I think that's the film where Madonna uses an ice pick because in Basic Instinct, it's not an ice pick, it is like a knife under the bed, I think.
No, it's an ice pick.
It's the
It's
ice
pick.
Yeah, it is the ice pick.
Yeah,
It's an ice pick. An ice pick. Yeah, not an ice
Yeah.
pick. An ice.
Stabber, like
Smash
Right,
it.
just a
okay,
big
yeah.
block of
He
ice
says-
and you stab it to create little
Yeah.
ice. Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah. But I'm sure
I
Madonna
probably
does
shouldn't
that.
do that motion, but she does that for
I'm
Michael
sure
Douglas.
Madonna
doesn't
does
she?
that in a film as well. I can't remember.
So should we move on then? Because we're getting there. We're almost at the end.
Yeah.
We're close.
What was that?
That's
Well,
what she said.
I've got 3 honourable mentions before my final one.
Okay.
Oh,
3. And so the first one is kind of a twist, but not a twist, is American Psycho. Because
I
at
get
the
you.
end of it,
yeah. You don't
wonder,
know if he's
you
done
don't
it.
know if he actually did any of it, because you find out Paul is still alive, just in another thing.
Oh,
So
okay.
you never know if he imagined the whole thing.
Yeah.
My other honourable mention is the film Fall,
Fool.
when they're stuck on the top of the tower.
Fall.
Fall, yeah.
Yeah. I thought you said
Oh.
fool.
Where the girl falls and turns out she's dead at the end of it.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
And the big honourable mention,
Don't say 47
Fight-
47 meters below after the fall.
Fight Club.
What?
Fight Club.
Fight Club.
Classic.
Well,
When you find out he is Tyler Durden.
I think we found the
But-
winner because Fight Club was the next one I was going to mention.
Well, I was going
Well-
to say though, do you know the craziest? I need to send you a really fascinating breakdown that somebody else sent, and he says that Fight Club. The twist isn't the fact that Durden isn't real. The fact is that the guy is actually a schizophrenic, and every single person he meets isn't real.
Yeah. Yeah, there's loads of people that aren't real in that, isn't there?
And then it goes further than that. He's got testicular cancer, and the whole thing is a fabricated fear of removing his manhood. And that's what the whole film is. So, you know, there's a bit where the 3 cops pin him down on the table and they try to remove one of his balls.
Yeah.
That's because of his own fear of trying to remove a testicle because he has testicular cancer, the main character.
I buy that. That's feasible.
But how mind blowing is that? Like, guys, I seriously really need to send you this thing. Like, when I watched
think I know
this-
exactly what you're on about.
when I watched this, it blew me away, and I went, that is so much more powerful and a bigger twist than the fact that we just thought that Brad Pitt is actually a real dude. Like,
Well, my 5th one is the most recent one in recent memory.
Spider-Man.
Yeah, Across the Spider-Verse.
Boom.
Like, unbelievable.
Yeah.
Well, don't talk about it.
Mind-blowing.
Literally don't talk about it
No,
because I am actually
We
going
can't.
to see it.
yeah,
on the-
unbelievable
I'm going
twist.
to see it on the 20th, Saturday 20th. So
He's going to see it on the big screen.
yeah, it's in IMAX.
It's an unbelievable twist.
Right,
And it's one of the
I
greatest.
don't want to hear anymore. Stop.
I'm saying it's one of the
I'm going
greatest
to see it.
superhero
I'm going to
films
see
of all
it
time.
in 1 week. 1 week on Saturday. That's when I'm seeing it.
Can I just show you what I've written here, just to see if you can see it?
Bonus Spider-Man. Prisoners. First Omen.
No, but the bit say James.
James might mention this. Yeah. So does that? What were you going to say? Is your fifth, Drew?
Prisoners.
Prisoners. Okay. So there's 2 potential mentions of Spider-Verse and 2 potentials of Fight Club.
Fight Club.
Because I was going to say Fight Club, but his was an honourable mention.
Yeah.
But your Spider-Man wasn't an honourable mention. So Spider-Verse and Fight Club win that round.
Yeah.
Delightful. But yeah, Prisoners, unreal. I don't think what we need to talk about. We mentioned that a couple of times before, but
because I really want James to see it. I think James would love that.
James needs to watch
I
that.
think James would love
It's
Prisoners.
not one of those basic films to watch. It's just gripping.
But again, mate, when I saw the cast and the fact that you've got like Jake Gyllenhaal and Hugh Jackman in scenes together, it's like, it's amazing.
You said Hugh Jackman so quickly, it sounded like Huge Ackman.
It's a huge act, man.
It's a huge act, man.
Or a huge axe man, because he could do that because of Logan.
Well, right. Now we've learned that we can use these episodes. We could do 1 question per episode and really use that to trail off. Because
We have material.
I still have another question from Kate, but I don't think we've got time for it.
You're kidding.
And since
We have material.
And since we've been recording, I've had 2 more questions come through from another person. So,
Ooh.
Really? What's that?
well, we'll have to get to another time.
No, that's still one of them. To be fair, they've bothered to watch and listen, so.
Okay. Well, it might. So the question is more about.
No, give them a shout out first, whoever it is.
Okay. Well, I can't because it sounds bad now.
Okay.
Because I went downstairs and spoke to Sadie. Sadie's messaged me going, "Why don't you do something about classic movies or like black and white movies?"
Pretty much. Black and white, bloody hell.
Close the door.
Schindler's List.
Is that a twist?
Human Centipede 2.
Schindler's List doesn't have a twist.
No, it's black and white. You said black and white
Oh.
movies. Human Centipede 2's in black and white.
Why?
It is, yeah. And
Did
the new series? You know, Ripley, the talented Mr. Ripley.
Have they redone that with Andrew Scott?
Sin City, that's in black and
Yeah,
white.
that's a series though.
Have you seen though? Sorry, not have you seen the story behind the Human Centipede is hilarious. The guy that wanted to make that film, supposedly he wrote a completely different script that got greenlit. So he took all the money for that fake script and then he made the Human Centipede. And the people were like, this isn't what you said it was going to be.
Drew, have you seen Human Centipede, right?
Yeah.
Have you seen the second one?
No.
Right. I'm going to say this now. The first one is borderline comedy.
Oh,
The
okay.
second one might be one of the worst things you've ever seen in your life.
No, but I'm not glorifying it or saying it's brilliant. I'm saying what's hilarious is because it's so bad. The guy
When I
sent a
say the
different script
second
to
one
get the
isn't
money.
bad, it's got scenes in it that will never leave you.
I don't
It's
want those scenes.
horrendous.
I'm good. I'm happy having that not in my head. Like I don't want that stuff in my head.
You should watch it. It's something.
Man. No, I'm good. I don't want
So
centipedes
disturbing.
in my head. Yeah.
Like I've been watching a guy called Ricky666 on TikTok who reviews these movie videos. And he's got like hundreds of thousands of followers. He did this thing where he said for every like 10,000 followers he gets, he'll watch a minute of a Serbian film.
Oh yeah, I saw that. Yeah,
And
What
he's
is the
like,
What is the
we
Serbian?
don't
what's
have to
the
go
Serbian
into that
film?
film. It's the worst
Don't
film
watch
ever.
Okay.
don't watch it. It will change your life.
Be careful saying that because you might inspire someone.
Well, that's
No,
their fault.
it will. Don't watch
I don't
it.
think you say
Like-
it will change your life. It should be it will tarnish your life.
Honestly, there's stuff in that film
There's
that's so
there's
far
a guy I
beyond
watched on TikTok who does
across the line.
reviews like what I do, but specifically only horrors, and every single video he does is, here's the top 5 films to traumatize your friends. If you want to upset your friends, send one of these film suggestions to them. And pretty much every video goes, and I will not be talking about a Serbian film, so stop asking me to. That film is too much. Next.
Yeah, this Ricky 666 is like 12 minutes into the film at the moment. He's like, oh, for fuck's sake, I have to watch like 3 more minutes of it. It's so bad. Like, how it's even legal is amazing.
I don't think it is. It got so.
Is that the one with the person in the bike helmet?
No, you won't know it.
No.
You know it. You know it. If you don't, you don't. It's a film that. So, you guys know Drew Lowe.
Guitarist.
Yeah. So he lived in North Finchley in London, and I moved.
He didn't produce it, did he?
What?
I was saying he didn't produce it, did he?
No,
I was
the
kidding.
reason I watched it.
Oh,
So he was working in Blockbusters part time when he was well, he's a musician, so he was in bands and he was doing teaching lessons, and he was also in We Will Rock You doing these sort of things. But anyway, he was working in Blockbusters part time just before it shut down, and he messaged me saying, Kev, a new film, new horror's come out that's meant to be quite extreme. And I was like, yeah, get it. Because we love band stuff. Like I used to collect.
I watched it with you, Ken.
No, you didn't.
I'm pretty sure I did watch it when I did yours.
No, definitely not. You watched that on your own because I watched it in London when I lived there, and because it came out in Blockbusters, Drew nabbed it, brought it home.
How was that in Blockbusters?
Brought it home.
What were they doing?
No, he did. It was in Blockbusters. This is the story. He messaged me. He goes, "This new film's come out called a Serbian film, causing a bit of a hoopla, and they've phoned us up. We just filled the shelves up with a Serbian film, and we got a phone call from head office saying immediately remove and do not give it to anyone. It was banned it arrived, and then head office banned it instantly. So he had loads of copies. He was like, guess what, Kev? This has been banned. Shall I bring it home? I was like, yes, please. And then we sat in bed together in my room.
oi.
We sat in my bed watching this film in my room in North Finchley. You've been, James. You remember the room upstairs? It's a big room, so the TV was a fucking mile away, and I couldn't just turn it off because it was over there. And we're both just sat there traumatized. And we looked occasionally at each other, and we went, "That was probably the bad scene." Nope, got worse.
No.
Nope, got worse. No, got worse. And then I didn't move from this position for 2 hours. And the whole time we're just like, I can't even move to turn the TV off. This is...
Right, Drew, put it this way. There was a girl I used to work with who was really into like a horror, and I recommended things like the Poughkeepsie tapes, which is very good. Have you seen the Poughkeepsie tapes?
No.
Poughkeepsie tapes is brilliant.
Is it worse than
recommend-
Reversible?
Worse. The Irreversible's like Mickey Mouse compared to this.
Whoa.
I recommended August Underground. Have you seen that one, Kev?
Yeah, I know that one. Yeah.
August Underground is vile, and I'm pretty sure might be illegal in some places. And she was like, talk to me next day about it. I recommended this Serbian film. She didn't talk to me for 3 days.
Yeah, I was going to say, I don't think friends should recommend those things to each other because it will question people's friendship.
This is not a recommendation.
It's-
This is a public...
When you
health
watch
warning.
horror people review it online, they tell you do not watch it.
But do you think it's because it feels like it's so real that maybe people died
No,
during the making
no,
of this? Like,
no.
it's not-
No, it's not that at all. It's the ideas of what they
It's a
do. It's just like
perverted
so shocking.
psychopath
Oh, so perverted.
that created it. It's
Okay.
got sexual nature that I can't even speak about.
Wow.
It's
not
so bad.
not sexy, fucking stuff that you should be burned at the
Despicable.
stake for even imagining it in your brain in a quiet moment.
Wow.
So
Okay.
we'll stop on that one.
Yeah, let's definitely jump off this train.
Yeah.
Let's jump off the Serbian train because I'm scared. Like, let's jump off
Yeah.
it.
Well, have you seen Holocaust, Cannibal Holocaust?
Yeah, Cannibal Holocaust is a good film.
You know when that premiered in France, the director got arrested after the premiere.
So he should.
They arrested the director because they thought he actually killed people.
Well,
Wow.
I'm
But there's a scene there where they kill a turtle and
Yeah,
cut it in
that's
half, and it
real.
actually was a real
Yeah,
turtle.
it's like a
But there's
100-year-old
scenes where
turtle.
they like have this person through a spike, and the
That's
authorities
despicable,
thought it was
man. Because
real.
you could have just got a turtle made out of like
No,
jelly.
they were
Yeah, but
filming in.
It was one
in
of
the
the first
wilderness.
ever found footage films about these people going to see his tribe, and the death scenes were so realistic that after the premiere, they literally had, like put the director in jail in France.
Was he like, it was just really good CGI, man? What are you doing? What are you doing?
No,
There was no
it's in the
CGI.
70s.
It just looked real. It was practical effects.
Oh, practical. Okay.
It was like in the 80s.
Yeah.
And then you had Green Inferno, which was just as bad, and they remade that, and it's like
That's one of those things where they do the spiking, where they literally put a spike through person's.
But it was practical
bum
effects.
hole.
It wasn't
Oh,
special
yeah,
out through
effects.
the mouth.
It was in like 1984.
No,
or
It
something.
looks like it comes through their
Nope,
chest.
in the bum hole, out
Mouth.
through the mouth, through the whole body.
And that's what he got arrested for, because they thought they'd actually killed
Back in the day,
someone.
they actually
like a
used that
sequence.
as a torture sequence, and what they'd do is they'd actually use bamboo, and they'd actually,
Jesus, like a rotisserie chicken.
No, listen. In real life, they would actually tie these people, stick a bamboo stick up their arse, and bamboo grows at an exceptional rate. It grows like a centimetre a day. So they just grow it, and it would just grow through them and kill them.
Yeah, so they thought the director actually murdered people. You should watch the original Cannibal Holocaust. It's crazy. And the Green Inferno is also
We'll
horrendous.
get off this in a
No,
second.
guys,
but
I'm going to stick to Spider-Man.
there was a couple of films as well that were banned for other reasons, like the original Chainsaw Massacre was banned, but not for the reasons you'd think. It's because in the opening sequence where the camera's panning on the floor and it's just chicken feathers and bones, and that's before the film starts. Later, they realised the bones were actual human remains, so it was banned on a technicality.
Wow,
Not banned
that's
on the
creepy.
horror thing, just on the fact that it was real human being parts. And the other film was, which is a bit of a weird one, was Clockwork Orange. That was banned.
Yeah, that got banned. Yeah.
And do you know who banned it?
Kubrick?
Yeah.
Kubrick
himself banned it. So he was getting so many death threats because there's a horrible scene.
Yeah.
Where they burgled a house.
Yeah, let's not say the word, but yeah, there was some horrible things that happened in the house. And he got so many death threats because he was putting that on screen that he feared for his life, and he took it off the shelves himself, and it only got re-released when he died.
Have you ever seen Midnight Express?
The old film?
Yeah, where the guy gets busted for smuggling drugs and stuff, gets put in a Turkish prison.
Yeah, a while ago.
That's
I don't remember
extreme.
it much.
That's pretty bad. But yeah, Clockwork Orange is horrific.
Clockwork Orange is a great film. It's a top film.
It's a classic,
Yeah.
though.
But you can imagine back in those days, it's not just that's quite a violent scene, move on to the next one.
But even now, if you release that now, people would be going mental for it.
Yeah.
They would go mad.
Exactly.
Straw Dogs. That was the other one that had inappropriate things happen in a house that we don't talk of.
Well, yeah, all those sort of 70s films always had stuff that pushed the boundaries a little bit. You kind of had to push the boundaries to know what the boundaries were, though, back then.
Yeah,
there was some that was so unnecessary. Yeah.
What?
But Serbian film is like, if you ask anyone that knows about horror, that is one they'll say, just do not watch it.
Yeah.
I tell you a film that
If you
messed me
haven't
up.
watched it, don't.
Session 9 scared the absolute crap out of me. And that really messed me up. And that's
Well,
Peter
a Serbian
Mullen.
film won't scare you. It will just haunt you.
Yeah, that's what I mean. But Session 9, like, hang on.
No.
I think they were going to ban this, but shish kebab.
Session 9, never heard of it. Can't be that bad.
No,
It's
neither
got
have I.
thingy in it. Yeah, can't be that bad. It's got Peter Mullen in it.
Yeah, I know.
Actually,
Yeah,
you know what? Let's just do it, Kev. Drew, find a Serbian film, watch it.
I
Then you'll
I
never
can't.
talk to us again.
I can't, and I'm
Colin,
good.
this
Thank
one
you.
quits. That was a pleasant episode until the last 10 minutes.
You'll never speak to
Cut
us
this,
again.
cut this bit out.
So we apologize in advance, and we genuinely are not saying it to make you go, "Ooh, that sounds interesting." Literally, do not
don't,
watch it.
Don't watch it.
It's not.
So
It's not
bad.
worth it, and you will have nightmares. And in your darkest
It's not
moments,
for human
it will come to
consumption.
your forefront, and you'll.
No, it's not.
Yeah. It's,
It really isn't.
anyway, lovely to speak to you
Any
guys.
trailers
We're
that you
calling
guys
this
have
one
seen
quits.
recently?
No, we're calling this quits. We're calling this quits. This is done. This is done. We'll have Kate's fourth question next week. And if anyone else wants to send us some
Thanks,
questions,
Kate.
so that one question that Kate provided has provided us an entire hour chat, which was quite very pleasant, actually. So thank you very much,
Yeah.
Catherine Atherton.
There you go.
See you later. Bye-bye. Lovely to smell you.
This has been Rage Whale. Thanks for listening to Your Movie Podcast.